我喺2015年嘅時候加入撒瑪利亞會嘅，我自己亦都係因為知道撒瑪利亞會係多種語言嘅防止自殺熱線服務咧，呢個係我其中一個加入成為熱線義工嘅原因啦。求助者打上嚟我哋撒瑪利亞會熱線，對方可能會同我講佢真係睇唔到任何出路啦，而佢喺佢自己嘅問題上面困擾咗好耐啦，而佢真係覺得想死啦，會講到自殺上邊嘅諗法啦，講到佢因為啲咩會諗到自殺啦。我就繼續聽對方繼續講啦，即係我會同佢講，即係我喺呢度嘅，我喺呢度聽緊，希望去理解佢而家當下佢嗰個嘅心情啦，希望喺個電話入邊等佢知道佢有呢個空間，係佢可以同我講任何嘅嘢，而有一個人喺呢度聽緊佢嘅。喺個電話入邊，其實我聽到其實佢係真係面對緊呢個問題係有一段好耐嘅時間。喺個電話入邊，其實我做嘅嘢的確係真係一啲都唔多，我亦都唔可以喺電話入邊幫佢解決到任何嘅問題。我只係可以同佢講，我喺呢度，我聽到你好辛苦，我聽到你有呢一啲嘅問題。你覺得好無助，你覺得好孤獨，冇任何人可以幫到你。你覺得其實除咗死以外，已經冇其他嘅出路啦。死其實係對你嚟講一個解脫，一個出路，一個選擇。當喺呢一個零鐘頭嘅電話，對方可能同我講咗好多嘢。佢同我講咗可能十幾廿年前佢發生嘅嘢，而呢啲嘢可能喺十幾廿年前佢冇同過任何嘅人講過。過咗嗰個零鐘頭，到個電話尾聲嘅時候，佢同我講：我好攰啦，多謝你聽咗我講咁耐。我會諗。我冇喺個電話度幫過對方啲乜嘢，不過我知道我今日喺呢度，亦都令到有一個人喺聽朝有機會繼續起身。
I remember when I first learned about Samaritans, I was new to Hong Kong over 20 years ago, and I saw the very big ad in the MTR. And I thought that it's so good that that hotline exists for people who maybe don't have anyone and they need to talk to someone, that they can call that. And I thought that it was very reassuring. So even though I never called the hotline myself, but just the thought that that is there was already helpful when I was alone and I was new here. Sometimes people do have friends and family, they have a support network, but maybe the particular thing that they want to share, they think it's not appropriate. So especially with suicidal feelings or thoughts, many people are afraid to share this with their loved ones.
What we have to do is to support the person in the way that they're feeling and help them find some way of feeling a little better. We help them explore their situation. So, yes, you feel empathetic in yourself and you think, gosh, it's so sad that the person is feeling like this. And sometimes you may be able to see what you think is an easy way to solve it, but it is never our job to solve the problem. It's about listening.
I do come from a very Asian family where I think the whole idea of like therapy and mental illness and, you know, all of these could be a little bit gray. It's a very unique way to give back to the community, especially to those people who do need help but don't necessarily get it. A lot of them don't even know something's wrong with them, but many of them are just really sad, many of them are just really disturbed, and many of them really just need to talk. Everyone on a daily basis, we're too busy with school, with work, with our own families and friends, and sometimes it's so easy to miss out on these people that need help. One of the memorable cases that I got was when this woman called, and she was having a bad day, and she was talking about how her husband lost his job, and she was talking about how worried she is that she cannot pay their mortgage, and she's worried that she may have to start working. But as the call progressed, it became a bit more obvious that there's a more deeply rooted issue in why she called. She mentioned it like super in passing that she lost her son a year before. So when I tried to ask her more questions about that, she just like started crying. It turned out that she has never processed her grief about her son dying. And her and her husband both never processed their grief together. So she cried for a good 10 minutes on the phone, and you know, she mentioned that it was her first time to cry about her son for like a year. And I think that was really what was going on in her life. You know, it kept her distance from her husband and her, and it kind of gave them a wedge because of this. And I think towards the end, she was able to release some of that stress, because she did mention that, you know, she felt better, but she was also really, really tired. So it's been something she's been carrying for a year now, both her and her husband.
除咗做義工之外，當然自己會有其他嘅生活上邊嘅責任啦，包括可能係自己屋企入邊嘅角色啦，生活以外大大細細嘅事務，有陣時候需要兼顧啊，有陣時候可能真係會有自己覺得攰嘅時候嘅。再加上其實喺撒瑪利亞會入邊做義工，其實都有幾高嘅要求。我哋喺聽熱線電話嘅時候，有陣時候會聽到有啲有啲打嚟嘅人可能會未必咁友善啦，亦都有陣時候有啲人會係人身攻擊我哋啦。唔多唔少，其實聽咗之後都少不免會有時自己會有啲情緒嘅。
Because we don't give advice, and someone may say, "You're useless. Why don't you tell me what to do? You're useless." And they may swear, they may scream down the phone. "What do you call yourself a Samaritan for? You're no good." It happens.
When we pick up calls like that, we know not to take it personally. Because, you know, the caller is just angry, the caller is just venting, the caller is just, you know, very emotional. And we know better than to take that seriously, so we can't really be angry at that person. So when we do get calls like that, you know, we try to figure out why he feels that way or why she's angry, and, you know, find a way to explore those feelings, because a lot of them don't understand why they feel that way too.
Sometimes my family is concerned, say after an overnight shift, or sometimes they may be concerned if some of the calls might be too distressing. But so far I find it's very manageable, so it's good.
Say someone is threatening suicide, just says, "I'm going now," and they put the phone down. And you've no idea. They've gone. We don't contact them again because everything is confidential. We don't know who's calling because we never see any numbers. And you have to let it go. Just hope they call back.
This isn't for everyone, I understand that. But those that they allow in usually end up staying because they know what they're getting themselves into.
唔知係聖誕節定係平安夜嗰晚咧，翻嚟做義工嘅時候，我冇同到我身邊嘅屋企人或者係自己嘅朋友去慶祝節日啦。同一個時間，我亦都感受得到喺呢啲喜慶或者熱鬧嘅節日入邊，其實仍然都係有唔少人係自己一個孤獨咁樣需要其他人嘅支援嘅。而嗰種感覺係我從來都冇感受得到嘅。我自己有時都會自己都會諗過放棄，就係有陣時因為返到嚟當值嘅時間會少咗機會喺呢啲節日同身邊嘅人去到相處啦。有陣時可能會令到身邊嘅人失望。其實亦都個內心入邊亦都好多謝佢哋係喺我做義工呢一段嘅時間入邊，佢哋嘅包容啦。雖然可能有陣時候屋企人或者係知道我做義工，身邊最熟嗰一兩個人，可能個口入邊可能就唔係幾支持或者唔係幾想我做義工嘅。不過其實我內心入邊知道佢哋都支持住我喺度做嘅。哇！真係感動啊！真係〜